The 17 News at Sunrise podcast is brought to you by Clinica Sierra Vista.
Welcome back to the 17 News at Sunrise podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Sunrise.
Good morning to you. It's 5 a.m. I'm Eitan Wallace and for Maddie Jansen.
And I'm Alex Fisher. A beautiful weekend this past weekend. And Kevin Charette will join us in just a bit. He is live this morning up in Fresno, kind of doing something fun. So each month during the summer months, he'll be showcasing a place that we can all go to on just a short drive. So Indeed. It'll be a lot of fun to see where he's at this morning. He's up in Fresno at the zoo. He is going to be having a lot of fun this morning, so we'll have more on that coming up.
Looking forward to that for sure.
But first this morning, we're starting to turn the corner in the battle against COVID-19. Deaths and new case rates are dropping as more people get vaccinated. But there's a new concern about a potential complication for teenagers. Tracy Potts has the latest.
Hi, Alex. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I want to be clear that there's no evidence that vaccines are causing heart problems in young people. The CDC is watching that, but health experts do believe that COVID numbers are dropping because people are getting their shots.
It's going to feel cold.
Good news in the fight against COVID-19. The 7-day average death rate is now just over 500, the lowest since July. And new cases are at their lowest 7-day average in almost a year, below 30,000 a day.
The people who are getting infected now tend to be people who are younger, less vulnerable to the infection, because a lot of the vulnerable population has been vaccinated.
Hospitalizations are down too. Experts credit more people getting vaccinated. But the CDC reports a few cases of mild myocarditis in teens and young adults after the second shot. It's a heart condition causing inflammation.
There's no evidence that this condition is linked to the vaccine at this time.
A recent poll by the Kaiser Family Foundation shows parents reluctant to vaccinate kids under 16. Nearly a quarter say no. Another quarter say they'll wait and see. As businesses reopen,
really looking forward to things moving back towards normal.
More states are removing mask mandates in hopes of leaving the pandemic behind. Remember, taking off a mask is for people who've been fully vaccinated, and right now in the U.S., 6 in 10 people have not. I'm Tracy Potts, 17 News.
And California is set for its June 15th full reopening of the economy. State leaders are laying out specifics of what exactly that will look like. California state leaders confirm they will drop capacity limits, physical distancing requirements, and other restrictions in just over 3 weeks. With vaccines widely available, a state positivity rate at 1%, and over 35 million doses of the vaccine distributed, the state's top health and economic officials announced the specific plans on Friday.
Been consulting widely with the business community and with employers. I think our shared objective has always been to get the economy open as quickly as we can by safely doing so and ensuring that they've worked so hard to keep their employees, their customers, and the community safe.
Now, along with no more rules for most businesses, state leaders say California will follow CDC guidance on masking, no longer requiring them for vaccinated Californians in most situations. Now to our daily COVID-19 update. Public Health reported 24 new COVID-19 cases yesterday in Kern County and 0 new deaths. The state reports 27 people are being treated for more acute symptoms of COVID-19 in local hospitals. 5 patients are in area intensive care units. And right now, the age to qualify for the vaccine is 12 and up for Pfizer and 16 and up for the Moderna and Johnson & Johnson shots. You can find your nearest clinic and sign up for an appointment by going to the state's website, myturn.ca.gov. You can also call 833-422-4255.
And just to remember, if you have lost a loved one to COVID-19, there is help available to pay for funeral expenses. The Federal Emergency Management Agency is still accepting applications for its Funeral Assistance Program, which will reimburse certain amount of money to those who have lost family members to the virus. To begin the application process, call 844-684-6333. The phone line is open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. till 6 p.m. Kern County's blood supply is in critical condition this morning. Donations were lower than normal during the worst of the COVID pandemic. But right now, officials say the shelves are nearly empty.
The pandemic is easing, people are leaving, on vacations and leaving behind an empty shelf of blood here at the blood bank. The usage has been incredibly high and donations have been really low. And it won't take long for your inventory to become like that, where it's just not sufficient for our community at this time. It's not reacting to an event, it's being prepared for the event. And right now, we're just not being prepared. It's the blood on the shelf that saves a life.
Patrick Clary says he's been working for Houchin for 27 years and has never seen a prolonged shortage like this one. That's why they're asking for donations. All blood types are needed. To schedule an appointment, just call Houchin at 323-4222 or visit their website, hcbb.com. Making headlines around the state this morning, a TikTok video announcing a birthday party in Huntington Beach ballooned into a massive gathering over the weekend. And police had to break up a third night of partying in Huntington Beach last night. Police declared an unlawful assembly before dispersing the crowd of about 150 people. The party was originally posted last Wednesday to TikTok as a meetup called Adrian's Kickback. The post went viral throughout the week, spawning large gatherings on Friday, Saturday, and last night. Police arrested 121 adults and 28 young kids on Saturday alone. The charges include vandalism, firing dangerous and illegal fireworks, failure to disperse, and curfew violations. This morning, police in Southern California are looking for the person who killed a 6-year-old boy in a road rage shooting. Now authorities say they're offering a reward for the arrest of the killer. It happened Friday morning on the 55 freeway in Orange County. His mother was driving 6-year-old Aiden Leos to his kindergarten class. He was in his booster seat in the rear passenger side when someone fired a shot through the trunk, hitting the boy in the back. The family is pleading for the public's help to find the shooter.
She didn't know that it was a gunshot that was fired until she heard my little brother saying that his stomach hurt. She had to hold him while he was dying. No mother should have to go through that. I just want them to know what they took from the world today, what they took from my family. A little child of happiness. We're never going to be full again.
Authorities are looking for the driver of a white Volkswagen sedan. Yesterday, a $50,000 reward was offered for information leading to the arrest of the shooter. The California Highway Patrol says there are highway cameras in the area, but they're not sure if they were recording at the time.
The Guarantee Shoe Center in downtown Bakersfield has been fighting homelessness from the ground up for the past 29 years, and they've teamed up with us here at TV 17 for the Shoes for Our Homeless Shoe Drive by thanking the community for their generosity. Now, over the years, they've donated thousands of pairs of shoes to the Bakersfield Homeless Center, which store owners say would not have been possible without the hearts of Kern residents. If you would like to donate, you can bring shoes directly to the Guarantee Shoe Center near the intersection of 21st and Chester Avenue. You can also drop off shoes at the lobby right here at KGET Studios on Compassion Corner, right here at 21st and L Streets. And looking ahead now, Red Nose Day returns Thursday. Red Nose Day, put on by Comic Relief US, raises money to combat child poverty. Over the past 6 years, the campaign has raised more than $240 million and helped more than 25 million children, not only in America but around the world. NBC will have special programming Thursday, kicking off a Red Nose Day episode of The Wall at 8 p.m. Walgreens stores across the nation are also participating, offering a digital version of the iconic red nose in exchange for donations.
Clinica Sierra Vista is now offering rapid COVID-19 testing and COVID-19 vaccinations. Call 833-278-4584 to make your appointment. But don't delay. Clinica Sierra Vista, putting patients first.
Today's Sunrise Adventure with Kevin Charette is sponsored by Countryside Markets and Restaurants and Sangera Subaru, where the best deal is always the deal you make yourself. Let's hit the road.
13 minutes past the hour, and you've probably noticed by now that Kevin is not joining us in studio this morning, and that's because he has the very difficult task of Sunrise Getaways.
Very true. Kevin Charette now joins us from Fresno, where he has been spending some time with a few furry friends this morning. Kevin, where are you at this morning?
Well, Eitan, I am at the Fresno Zoo in Fresno, and it is my first stop on our Sunrise Getaways this year. I'll be going all the way through September to different locations around California and Nevada, and I thought this would be the perfect first stop. I know we're all kind of getting back into the swing of things after the pandemic, and I had a great time here yesterday, and we're going to show you that a little later in our broadcast. And you can see right here, if you look right in the corner, I'm in the reptile house right now, and this is Saphira, and she is a Komodo dragon. She's sleeping right now. Imagine that. A lot of people would rather be sleeping at this time of the morning, and hopefully she'll wake up a little bit later. But we've got a lot for you this morning from the Chaffee Zoo throughout our morning here. But I want to get to the weather forecast as well for us. Yesterday was a beautiful day here at the zoo. We saw temperatures in the 80s in Bakersfield. 81 degrees was the high. Overnight we were in the 50s, so this time of year we should be right around 86, so we were 5 degrees off the normal. 107 the record on this date, set back in 1982. Temperatures to start, Bakersfield sitting at 60 right now, 58 in Delano, 60 in Buttonwillow, and then for the mountains, we've got 54 in Frazier Park, 59 in Mojave, and Tehachapi, your observation site there at the airport, looks to be down. But you can see skies remain clear around the state, no changes on that front. High pressure here is going to be in control, and in fact, warming us up the next several days. I see no weather system impacting California. We are watching a few into the Pacific Northwest, bringing some showers there, but nothing for us. As we take a look at the Futurecast model here, you can see it's one system after the other into parts of western Washington and Oregon, but nothing into California, and for sure nothing here in Fresno and nothing into Bakersfield. We're just going to remain sunny and warm. 88 in Sacramento today, Fresno 91 degrees, 82 in Los Angeles, and upper 80s to the east of us into Las Vegas. Air quality today, if you're going to be out and about, will be moderate. Your AQI at 74. So here's a look at the overall forecast. A northeast wind right around 5 in the valley today, 89 in Bakersfield. Delano, the same, 91 in Buttonwillow with 87 in Taft. And then for the mountains in the Kern River Valley, a northwest wind 10 to 15. No advisories in place for you today. 74 in Frazier Park, 76 in Tehachapi with 80s for the Kern River Valley, 82 Lake Isabella with 83 in Wofford Heights. And then for the desert, we're looking sunny and east wind 10 to 15, 85 in Mojave with a Ridgecrest at 90. Here's your extended forecast, and you can see basically 80s to lower 90s throughout the next 7-day period. Overnight temperatures mild and into the 60s. And then for the mountains, we will keep a breeze in place Tuesday through Saturday. Those temperatures remaining, though, into the 70s. Overnight temperatures into the 50s. And then for the Kern River Valley, a little bit breezy tomorrow, a high of 81. We keep those 80s on the board through next Sunday. Overnight temperatures for you as well into the 50s. So overall, a nice forecast for everybody as we go throughout the next 7 days. And hey, it's perfect weather to come out to the Chaffee Zoo if you've never been. And I'll be honest with you, I lived in Bakersfield almost 16 years, and this was my first trip to the zoo, and I'll tell you, it won't be my last. I've got much more coming your way in just a little bit. We'll send it back to you.
DET Business Watch is brought to you by Grapevine MSP Technology Services, the Valley's leading IT service provider.
Welcome back in your Business Watch, and it is still a seller's market despite a dip in existing home sales, experts say. For the third straight month, sales of existing homes have fallen slightly by nearly 3% in April. It is the slowest sales pace in nearly a year. Industry economists say although sales have slowed, the market for buyers remains highly competitive, with home sales up 20% from January to April over the same time last year. The median home price in the U.S. is up to more than $340,000 over last year, an increase of about 19%. Need a lift to get a COVID-19 vaccine? Lyft and Uber are offering free rides to vaccination sites for people getting vaccinated today through July 4th. Both rideshare companies covering the trip to tens of thousands of vaccination sites nationwide. For more information or to book a free trip, check out the Lyft or Uber apps.
All right, how about this on this Monday? Do you ever feel like a song was written just for you? Well, now there's a service that does just that. Liz McLaughlin has more.
Everyone has a song that's special to them. Now they can have one specialized for them.
It's like a short greeting card in a song form.
Ellen and Omea Atout started a service called Songlorious in June, a website that allows users to order a custom song.
It starts at just $45 for an acoustic 30-second song.
You can choose the length, occasion, and genre. Add your story and details you'd like in the lyrics.
And we have over 100 artists on our roster.
Then a songwriter creates a song from scratch in just a few days.
It's the Uber for musicians almost, and it helps people on both sides of the equation.
Musicians like Carlos Rising, who struggled to make ends meet over the pandemic.
We were looking for something that would just help put bread on the table for us.
Sanglorious gave him a way to pursue music full-time while working from home.
Since September, when I started to now, I've probably done about 300 songs.
Many Sanglorious artists say they're enjoying the challenge and thankful to be making music and money.
I've been better at my craft, and I get to make income doing it with something I love.
A platform that gave the world a soundtrack when stages went silent.
We'll be all right.
Liz McLaughlin, NBC News.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Sunrise.
The 17 News at Sunrise podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to kget.com.